Take the opportunity to invite Professor Dr. Sandeep Mishra to share his views with his students.
Friends, teachers, welcome to this series which we call as Turing Stream. As you might know, Turing was the first person who invented computer. So I think it is apt for the Department of Computer Science and also for the other areas in engineering, because he was one of the, somebody who was visionary, who thought that this kind of machine will have a huge future. And now we see where we are. So anyway, I think we are very fortunate to have Dr. Goel. He's done his graduation from IIT Delhi, National Computer from IIT Delhi. Also he has trained in USA. Which place?
Purdue University. Purdue.
USA. And then finally he has come and joined as faculty associate professor in IIT Roper. So and he's in the Department of Computer Science, and he's one of the topmost professionals in computer science. Recently he also got some awards. I think maybe you will touch upon it. Based on some of the stations. So I will not come between him and you and invite Dr. Sunil Goel to come and meet you.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks all for the wonderful welcome. Am I audible? In the last, am I audible now? Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. So, taking the discussion further forward, it's really a privileged opportunity to be here and with the young aspiring engineers. So, I heard that you have just recently joined here. Yeah, I think. Okay. So I'm okay. I'm audible clearly in the back side. Okay. All right. So, is there any possibility for those students to get seated? Because it will be a long discussion. I'm not sure for how long you will sustain. So, try that out if you can all get seated. So, you are also from first year? I was coming to it. The examiner and interviewer want to check your logical analytical ability. He want to frame a question with all of you. But if he and you are not in the same terms, you are not familiar with the similar concepts, then he cannot make the good puzzle to you to solve at the time of interview, for which if you provide the solution, he can trust your logical ability. He has to talk in terms of similar concepts and topics, right? Trees, graphs and many other problems. Okay, if by graph you think of your some bar graph of your +1 +2 class, it will not help. Okay, if when he talks about trees and you start thinking of the forest, okay, then it will not help. He is talking about the data structures that we will be studying here. So that's the discussion makes it very important. Then he can make puzzles and ask you very beautiful questions which you can really nicely, because you have studied nicely, you can answer and you are good to go, right? So that's why the data structure is also important, because it gives the same base to many different companies and yourself to talk in the similar concepts, and that's why it also makes the important part in many placements or interviews that they talk about. Okay. So now I will use pen and paper in the sense my detail in discussing certain concepts. Where is my pen? I will ask a puzzle. I will ask a puzzle and then we will close. The puzzle question is simple. Puzzle question is simple. Okay, not related to the data structures. Okay, forget about programming. The puzzle question is simple. Okay, you know the weighing machine, weighing scale, right? Okay, the puzzle question is simple. You have 8 balls with you, 8 balls with you, and one of the ball, they are all looking similar, but one of the ball is of heavy weight. One of the ball is heavy weight. Okay, each time you all of you use that weighing scale, right? Okay. So you want to use that weighing scale as less number of times as possible and find out the ball of heavy weight by looking all those looks same. Okay. So now let me know how many times minimally you need to use the weighing scale to get to that odd ball which is of larger weight. Log n times. 8 is there. Tell me exact answer. Okay, 8 balls are there. I am giving you 8 balls. They are all looking same. One of the ball is of heavy weight. There is a weighing scale like this. You can keep the two sides and you will get the answer whether this is heavy or equal. And tell me how many times you need to use that weighing scale to get to the answer. 3 times. 1 time. Okay, what's your answer? How you will get in 1 time? Right. That's okay. You got 4 balls. You did not get the exact ball, na? The answer will be one of the balls in the 4, right? Then 3. How 3 times? 4 first we kept, right? 4 we kept both sides. You know which one is heavier side. Then you choose the heavier side. You kept the 2, and then you got the heavier side. Then you chose that heavier side, then you kept the 1 and you got the final answer, let's say here or here, right? But that's not the correct answer. You can use more or less. Tell me how. 2 times. Okay, how? How many balls you will keep first time? 3 balls. Okay, you keep the balls 3 both sides, because weighing scale is giving you 3 answers. Very small thing here, small detail here. The weighing scale is giving you 3 answers. It is telling you whether this is heavy or both are equal. If you keep 3 balls, because you are getting 3 answers, okay? That small detail makes a very, very important attention, okay? So this is heavy, A is heavy, then you got these 3 balls are heavier side. If this is heavy, you got these 3 balls are heavier side. If both are not heavy, then you got those 2 remaining balls are having the heavier ball. Assume that you got the 3 balls now. Now 3 balls also again you keep 1 ball. If this is heavy, this is the answer. This is heavy, this is the answer. If both of them are not the equal, then the remaining ball is the answer. So you can solve the problem in just 2 steps. Okay. I actually want to discuss more. To discuss something which can change the Indian Railways also, okay, but I think you are in rush, so we will keep that part in the next discussion if that is the case, okay, as fluently as it was expected, but other than that it was really nice. Yeah, okay, so we'll discuss something related to the heaps or stacks and queues. What topic you like? Stacks. Okay, I will tell one interesting thing here related to the heaps, okay, and then not a heaps, okay, but in general what will happen is when the interview you will be interviewed, you will be asked a question, okay, give me the answer for this, okay. You will say, okay sir, this is the answer, okay, it will take time order n square, some complexity part will come. If the n elements are there, then how much time you are taking? N into n units of time you are taking. You will study about the complexity computation. Then they will ask, okay, you got the answer, but I want in order n. I want the answer in order n log n. So small details, as I mentioned in the weighing scale, was important, okay, that which particular side is heavy or lower or less weight, lighter. You also need to know that these are equal also. This small detail was very important. It made the whole lot of difference in the answer. Similarly, there are many data structures where if the elements are coming one by one, then it takes you lot more time. If all the elements are given to you in one go itself, then you can organize the data in very quick time. Okay, So this similar thing is there with our Indian Railways also. This concept which I am talking to you is related to the heaps. Okay, there we'll see the details of that later. That where if the data is coming one by one, then it takes lot of time. But if the data is given to all of you in one go itself, then you can create the heap, build the heap in order n time, which is less time compared to when the data was coming. This concept of data structure inspired me in some another manner also, because I was traveling in train a lot with our Indian Railway reservation also. I think all of you know jigsaw puzzle, right? Jigsaw puzzle you have all solved. If I am giving the jigsaw puzzle the parts, pieces, one by one, then organizing it will take very challenging, complicated it would be, right? Or for example, the other problem could be, let's say you have the cover sheet and you want to cover your books. If one book is coming one by one, then you will not be able to use it efficiently. But if you have all the books that you need to cover, then you can place it in a nice manner and fix it nicely. The similar problem is there with our railway reservation system also. In railway reservation, what happens? When you make a request to make a reservation from, let's say, Rajasthan to Delhi, you get your confirmed ticket. Do you get the seat number also? Right? You get the seat number also. Is this practice going on right now, or is this practice was there also when the mobile phones were not there? Earlier also you get the confirmed seat and you will get the seat number, right? I hope you have not seen that time. You are doing booking in IRCTC or somewhere, but earlier people used to stand in queue for long time and get the hardcore ticket, and the seat numbers will also be given to them. But that practice is continuing. What one of the solutions is that they tell you that seat is confirmed but don't give you the seat number. But tell you that your seat is confirmed but don't tell you the seat number. Okay, and is this possible now? It was not possible earlier when you were not reachable by phone or SMS, but is this possible now? Yes, all of you have the mobile, smartphone, or the simple, everybody has the phone number more or less, right? Or there will be very less fraction of citizens which may not have the phone number. They may claim they don't have the phone number. Okay, so for them, leave them aside, they can assign the seat number right away, but for most of the 99% of the population which books the railway reservation, they have to have the mobile number. So if I make this small change in the railway reservation, then I can save in lot of ways. Okay, I can assign the seats later to the people in such a manner that the optimization happens. Otherwise, what's happening right now is, if you see, if a person comes, let's say these are the stations A, B, C, D, E. If a person comes, make a booking from A to C, the seat is given. Let the next request comes that I want to go from station D to E. Then which seat should be given to him? New seat and waste that, or this part of the seat remaining? Ideally, it would be that you will give the remaining part, so the wastage is less. So you will give this seat D to E. After some time, a request comes that I want to go from A to D. Then you will give this seat. And after that, a request comes that you want to have the seat from C to E. Can you give C to E now? No. Can you change this now? No, because it's already been given to that guy already who has gone. So you are given this seat, C to E. And so, but if you see this data, it could have fitted in how many seats? 2 seats. 4 seats is a wastage, too much wastage. 3 is the current process where I am assigning the seats as the reservation request is coming. But if I were to know and tell you the confirmation is given to you, just a minute, and then I can do the allocation later, and just 4 hours before the train, I can give you the seat numbers. Then I can make a better fitting. I can make a better fitting and I can save. Okay. So concept from data structure inspired in such a manner that solution can be there. Okay, yeah. What's the question?
Sir, in IRCTC we get an option to select lower berth, middle berth or upper berth. So even if we do this for older citizens, they choose lower berth.
No, not actually. It will be more helpful for that particular perspective also. It is there, so I am not putting more constraints. There are many more constraints in the railway reservation. Okay, there is pooled quota also. Even if the seat is there, let's say train is starting from Kalka to Delhi. Okay, but even if all the people want to go from Kalka to Delhi and the number of seats are filled, you cannot give. There is some seats are reserved that they have to come from Chandigarh only. So there are many more railways, like Tatkal seats, minister seat, women seat, this seat, that seat, student seat. There are many more constraints we are not getting into, but those all constraints can be well addressed if the confirmation is happening later. For example, your problem that you mentioned. We as a youngsters, I can call myself youngster, is okay? Alright. So, we can go to the upper seat, but if we make the reservation initially, what is our preference in general? Lower seats. So later on some old person is coming and he is not now having the lower seat. Okay, he is forced now that the seat has been given, but he is given the middle seat or the upper seat and so on like that. It's very difficult for him. He may have to request us, we may agree, sometimes some youngsters do not also agree, okay, and becomes very taxing situation. But if this kind of modular thing is approached, accepted by the railways, then what can happen is, those people can be given priority later to be given the lower seats. And even more, security can be addressed. Those people who are traveling to the same place only. Okay, right now what's happening, एक कोच में रात को भी कोई इधर उधर निकल रहा है, उधर निकल रहा है, and so on. And there is danger also, like anti-social elements to jump in your coach. But if all this has been given, then I can make that those people who are going to same destination, they be given the same coach. Right? So that my security also could be addressed, women's security could be addressed. Like I know 7-8 women are traveling alone, but now they are given the seat separately. That can also be given together. Okay? Of course, some women don't like that women are nearby only, but it's okay. Alright, so but I think I let you know, because of the mobile phones and other thing, technology upgrades, many more things can happen if the computer science and other domains, like very socially we work for those problems. Okay, all right. So we will cover one more simple data structure, stacks. Okay, stacks data structure is based on one principle. Okay, last in, first out. The element that you access last, always if I perform the delete mean, if I want to perform the delete mean, if I want to perform the delete, there is some requirement in my system that data is coming. Okay, data is keep on coming. Okay, but whenever I want to delete the data record of somebody, I will only delete the data which was last inserted element. Okay, if I keep them in an array, I keep first, then second, then third, then fourth, and so on. Okay, and I last delete it. Okay, or if I keep in the linked list, let's say if I keep in the linked list, then I go to the last element to delete it. It becomes complicated. Okay, at times I can implement a stack data structure using arrays and linked lists. I will let you know how later. That's not important. But I know that in large number of applications, I have this functionality required that many times data is coming to my system, and whenever I require some data, I need the data which was last used. Now tell me which applications require that. Some applications that you can think. Very simple example, stack, the word is given like the plates are kept in the hotel, the plates are kept one above another, and when you pick up the top plate first, right? You stack the system. If you remove from middle or down, then the things can crash. Okay, that's a very simple application of stack. But in real world, every day we are using stack a lot. Every day, if you are working on computer, if you are working on anything, you are using stack a lot. Okay, tell me some real world application of stacks. Browsing the web history. You press back button, na? Right? You went from Google to YouTube to Facebook to Instagram and so on. And then you were done with Instagram, you want to go to the back. So which page you are going? You are going to first page or no? You are going to the last used page. So you are using stack. Where else? Queue in the hostel mess? No, that is different principle. That is FIFO, first in first out. जो क्यू में लास्ट में खड़ा होगा प्लेट उसे मिलती है, जो लास्ट फर्स्ट में खड़ा होता है, जो पहले खड़ा होता है, राइट? जो लास्ट में आया उसको अगर बैंक और क्यू में अगर होगा तो आप तो बहुत लड़ जाएंगे, राइट? ओके, दैट्स अ डिफरेंट प्रिंसिपल. क्यू डाटा स्ट्रक्चर इज रिक्वायर्ड, स्टैक इज अ डिफरेंट डाटा स्ट्रक्चर. Come on, in your phone, you many times you press back button ना, in phone also, है ना? प्रेस करते हो ना बैक बटन कि इस एप्लीकेशन टू दैट एप्लीकेशन एंड सो ऑन. ओके, अभी क्विक इन्फो पे वेबसाइट पे कुछ देख रहे थे, कहीं और गए, कुछ गए, फिर वापस यू प्रेस द बटन, हाउ यू एड्रेस. ओके, सो दैट यू यूज. You make a reports, you have made some reports in Word, Microsoft Word, use Control Z. Anytime anyone has used Control Z? Okay, you want to remove the first error or the last error? Last gen error na, undo button, right? So that is also a stack data structure. Some computer scientists have designed in the Microsoft program Word or any PPT that stack data structure which is used in there, which is helping you do Control Z. Okay, otherwise it would not be happening. For example, another thing also, if I give you a big expression, Bodmar's principle, you apply and solve it, right? And there also computing the expression requires a stack. Okay, computing that expression by the program, by computer program requires a stack. So if somebody have done the programming, one function is calling another function, function 1 calls function 2, function 2 calls function 3, function 3 calls function 4. If function 4 is over, which function you will go? Function 1 calls function 2, function 2 calls function 3, function 3 calls function 4. Function 4 is over. Which function you go? Function 1 or function 3? Function 3. So there also which data structure is used? Stack data structure. So stack data structure is very, very highly used data structure, very important data structure in that sense. Okay. So I will want to make a puzzle out of this. That's why I am teaching the stack data structure. I want to make a puzzle which is really, really a good placement question also. Okay. So stack data structure is in such manner here that the elements are coming one by one. One comes. So one I kept here. After that 2 comes. After that 3 comes. After that let's say 10 comes and keeps on going. You cannot access this one here. You cannot go to this one. You can only access this value, and this is using some variable, let's say top. You only have access to this top variable also only. Is the idea okay? If you want to, somebody asks what is the top element, then we say 10 is the top element. If after 10 15 comes, then 2 comes, then 0 comes, then what is the top element now? 0. Okay. After 10, 15, then 12, then 0 came, then 0 is the top element. So in this stack data structure, you cannot go inside internally. Is the idea okay to all? You have 4 functions there in the stack, primary 4 functions, okay, in the stack data structure, 5. What is the top element? Tell me the top element value. Just tell me the value. Okay, in this case, 10. If I keep more elements, then whatever the top value is. Tell me the size of the stack. Okay, size. I can keep on counting, that's easy. Tell me push the element. So I push the new value and say the top is now new value. So if I push the new value here, let's say 5. So I get the new value, top is my 5. So push, okay, top, size, another is pop. Pop from the stack, delete. Give me not the value of the top element, but also delete it from the stack. Pop it from the stack. Okay, push, pop, insert, delete. Insert in the stack is called push, and delete from the stack is called pop. And pop is happening on the principle of LIFO, last in first out. जो last में insertion हुआ है वो first जाएगा Control Z में, जैसे हम करते हैं. Okay, undo button. Okay, so I have 4 functions, and the 5th function which is applied when the stack is implemented using arrays. If the stack is implemented using linked list, then it is not applied. If the stack is implemented using arrays, then we apply that principle, which we call it is full. Is the stack full? क्योंकि array में bound है, linked list में bound है? No, linked list में bound नहीं है. So you can keep as many elements you can keep on adding. But the arrays में bound है. So the fifth function is applied when it is implemented using arrays. Inside data structure, inbuilt data structure is arrays and linked list only. In that sense, arrays and pointers you can say to great extent. And based on that we develop very high concepts also. So one is stack. So what functions are there in the stack? Push, pop, size, top and is full. Okay. Top will give me the top value but does not delete it. Okay. And I can create a stack of million elements, billion elements. Okay. Now the very interesting and nice placement interview question. Okay. My data is coming 10, 20, 5, 7, 8, 6, 4, 3 randomly. The data has no sequencing, no ordering. Okay. And I see now I am asking a puzzle question because I told you the stack principle, then I can ask it, right? Now you know all stack and I also know stack, I can make a question on the stack. So my question is this: at any point of time in the stack many elements will be there. The stack elements will be coming, going out and so on. I also want to know what is the minimum value in the stack. I also want to know what is the minimum value in the stack at any point of time. At any point of time I may be asked that tell me also the minimum value in the stack present. Just tell me. I am not saying that delete it. I am not saying doing anything with it. Okay. I am just saying that tell me it's an integer stack. It's an integer stack. Just like you are keeping the one variable top, you keep one more variable min. Okay. And tell me what is the minimum value of the stack in the present. And maybe 100, 200, 300 elements may come, go, push pop, lots of push pops are happening. But tell me also the minimum element in the stack. Think about it, how you will go about doing it. Initially 10 came. So what is minimum? What is the minimum now? 10 only. Now 20 came. But what is the minimum? 10 only. 30 came. 10 only. Okay. 40 came. 10 only. 5 came. Now minimum is 5. Then 8 came. Then 6 came. 5. Then 1 came. Then minimum is 1. After some operations happened and then I deleted 1. Okay. How does system remember? आप तो नीचे, you cannot go down the array. You cannot go down the array. Insert कर रहे हैं तब तो मैं minimum update कर सकता हूँ. Right? If the new value inserted is less than the current minimum, then you update the new minimum. 10 से 5, 5 से 1 कर दिया. You did it very smartly. But then 1 was the minimum. I have only one variable minimum. Then 1 went away. Then I don't know which is the previous minimum before 1. I don't know which was the previous minimum before 1. Okay. Sorting कर नहीं सकते अभी क्योंकि sorting मतलब all data आपको देखना है नीचे का. That's not allowed. This data is kept. Data is going to insert and get deleted based on LIFO. Sorting कर दिया तो गड़बड़ हो जाएगी ना. आया किसी और सीक्वेंस में तो आप कुछ और कर रहे हो. And you cannot see the data below it. When it was coming, you can see it. At that point of time when delete is happening, what you can see? You can see the top value. You know the minimum value. You cannot go inside it. You can go, but that will take order. N time you have to see all the elements, which is very bad strategy. I want to know the minimum at any point of time. I will be performing operations push, pop, size, and top element and is full. Let's say 5 operations I will performing. If I want to ask the size, if I want to ask whether it is full, or if I want to tell the top value, okay, I don't have problem. Min will remain min only. Size पता करने से min थोड़ी change होगा. Okay, full पता करने से min थोड़ी change होगा. that those program functions remain as actually originally was. If I push, I know how the minimum get updated, right? But if I pop, then I am blank. If I popped 1 out of it, then I am lost with the 1. I don't know what was the previous minimum. I can go through the whole array and search it, but then it is order n. I want to do it efficiently. लूप यूज़ करो या ना करो वो तो सब पर देखोगे तो फिर टाइम तो लगेगा ही ना. वो तो लूप तो एक मेथड है डाटा को देखने का, राइट? फॉर आई इक्वल टू 1 to n, ओके, एंड सो ऑन. You know the top index or whether linked list, you can keep on going till the last. But how will you get the minimum value? Think about it. You think about it. Why you are not having that minimum right now with you? What is minimum telling you? If I know the minimum is 1, what all the values will be in the stack? What all values will be there in the stack? All will be greater than minimum. That I know, right? Okay. One solution somebody suggested is use another stack. Initially 10 came, I kept 10. Then some elements came. If the larger elements are coming, I don't do anything. If the smaller element coming, I push into the another stack also. I keep 5 in that. And then I keep 1 in that. When I am deleting the minimum value, if I am popping out and the pop out value is the same as the minimum value, popping out value is the same as the minimum value, then what I do? I also pop from the another stack and update the next value of the other stack as the minimum. Is the idea okay? But this is also very bad idea. The bad idea in the sense, the space, you need extra space. If the values all came 1 million, 1 million minus 1, 1 million minus 2, 1 million minus 3, then the next stack will also be of same size, very huge size, right? Okay, marks are coming 100, 99, 98, 97, सारे decrease हो रहे हैं. Then also you kept the another stack, in also that also you are keeping duplicate version of the stack, right, in a sense. So you are keeping extra storage now. Earlier if you search within the stack, it is time complexity wasted. If you keep extra stack, then storage get wasted. I don't want to waste the time, I don't want to waste the storage. So how can I solve it? And interestingly, it has a solution. That's why I am asking it, of course. Alright. How can you get the minimum in the stack? You cannot go inside, you cannot keep extra space, but any point of time you can come me and tell me, if I change a 1, I can tell you next minimum was 5. When I change 5, I remove 5, then I can tell the next minimum was 10, whatever. See, 5 गया है, 5 के ऊपर आया था ना 6 तो. 5 अगर डिलीट हुआ है तो 6, 8 तो डिलीट हो चुके हैं. Yes. Get min. How will you implement that? That's what I want to implement that function, get minimum in the stack. Say I am teaching right now those principles and some puzzle questions so that it becomes exciting discussion for all of us. Okay, those who are interested, of course. If somebody is here sleeping, then I can't help. But otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, get min function will take, how the get min function? For I equal to 0 to I equal to n minus 1, find the minimum. But how much time it takes? It will probe each element, order n. Whether you write loop or not. See, when I say order n does not mean कि आपको n lines लिखी है अपने कोड में. Loop करके आपने एक ही में लाइन में लिख दिया है. But time तो लेगा ना order n. Yeah, it will take a lot of time. Order n जितने एलिमेंट से सबको जा जाके पूछेगा तुम मिनिमम हो अब, तुम मिनिमम हो अब. हाँ? See, think about it. What's happening? When I am pushing it, I know the which value I change to which another value. 10 to 5 to 1 I change. Right? 10 was there, then 20, 30, 40 came, 10 change? No. Then 5 came, 8 change. I want to do something magically here. I want to do something magically here, that when 5 is been removed from the system, I know what the previous minimum was in the system, right? I want to do some magic here. When I had the 10, 5 inserted here, okay, okay, initially I said that 10 came, then 20, then 30, then 40, then 5, then 8, then 6, then 1, and so on. Some values came above that, okay, whatever that value was. And the minimum was, now what is the minimum value? 1. Let me make the size here increased. Okay, I think it is visible, right? Right? When the values got changed, it got changed here, here, and here. Okay, I immediately, before this value, min was 10, and after this time it became 5. Earlier it was 5, and now it became 1. And my question is, if I remove 1, when will 1 get removed? When I reach the 1. Okay, when I reach the 1 position, I remove it. Then my min value has to be now updated in order one time only, in constant time only. Okay, without looking the deep array and so on. The thing goes like this. What I will do is, I know the value 1, any value here, if the 1 is the minimum, then any value in the stack has to be, any original value in the stack has to be larger than, equal to 1, right? Okay, what I will do is, I will keep a value smaller than 1 here. I will keep some formula, I will apply some formula, that instead of storing 1 here, I will keep a value less than 1 here, and in such a manner that if I perform some action when I remove 1, then is this value, using this value, I can get to value 5. Okay, what is the previous minimum? 5. And what is the new minimum? 1. If new is the value minimum than previous, then new minimum minus current minimum, previous minimum would be negative. And if I add that negative value in the 1, will it become lesser than 1 or larger than 1? If I add a negative value in the value, if I add a negative value in that, what will be the value? Less than that. So what I will do is, I will keep here minus 3 here. 1 plus 1 minus 5. 2 minus 5 is? minus 3. आइडियली एरे में, स्टैक में -3 हो सकता था जब मिनिमम 1 है, नहीं हो सकता था. जब एरे में, स्टैक में अगर -3 आ रहा है, then I can easily see, I will, whenever I am performing the pop, if the pop value is more than minimum, then I say these are actual original value only of the stack, I can remove it easily. Okay, if the values above were 4, let's say, okay, and if I were to remove 4 is more than 1, I say okay, this is the original value of the stack, remove 4. But now what I am keeping here is, I am not keeping 1 here. Okay, it was 1 supposed to be, but I am going to keep it -3 here. 1 plus 1 minus 5. What value shall I keep here? 5 plus 5 minus 10, which is equal to 0. And of course, this is a base case, this is easy to handle. If the final value only, I can keep 10 only. That's not a problem because this is the base case only. Okay. Now, what happens is, when I come and ask my stack, okay, remove the top value, and the top value is coming out to be less than the current minimum, then I say, oh, this is not the original value of the stack. This is a transformed value of my stack. This is the position where my minimum got updated. And how will I get the new minimum? 2 times the minimum plus this value, minus this value, I mean to say. So 2 times, what is the current minimum? 1. 2 times this minus this, it leads to 2 times this minus this leads to what? 5. Is the idea okay? 2 times this minus this is equal to what? 5. I now know when I am removing a value, popping out a value from the stack which is less than my current minimum, so it means it was not supposed to be in the stack. It is the transform value of my stack where the data was modified so that it can help me recover the previous minimum. So 2 times this plus minus this value, I get this value. And when I come here, I am saying 0, remove 0, but my current minimum is what? What is my current minimum? 5. So 0 cannot be there in the stack actually because my current minimum is 5. So it was not actually 0 here. It is a modified version of that value. What was the original value there? 5. And what was the previous minimum? 2 times 5 minus this 0. So previous minimum was 10. Previous minimum was 10. You can imagine here also. Let's say if I insert value instead of 4, I insert value here minus 4 here. So what will be the new minimum? Minus 4. Right? And what value should I store here then? I will store here minus 4 minus plus minus 4 minus previous minimum minus 1 minus 4 plus negative value. Negative value is what? New minimum minus previous minimum. New minimum minus previous minimum would be negative only. So I am adding a negative value here. So minus 4 plus new minimum minus previous minimum. What this value turns out to be? Minus 9. Minus 9. So I say minus 9 is stored there. But when I am going to pop out minus 9, I will say, oh, I am popping out a value which is less than the current minimum because current minimum is minus 4. So it is actually I should pop out minus 4 here, and my previous minimum was 2 into minus 4 minus this value. Okay. So 9 minus 8, which is 1. I can easily get my new value as, now my previous minimum was 1 only. Okay. So just some modeling, some triggering can help you answer this type of questions also, problems also. Okay. So I will end the discussion here. If you have any questions, you are more than welcome and approach me later. You have my email ID also. For some reasons. Okay.
All students, please settle down.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lee. On behalf of the students and the faculty, we all thank you for taking precious time out of your busy schedule and coming here to enlighten us on the basics of data structures. In the second session today, for all the faculty who are here, the session from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. we will be having the second years, third years and fourth years, and all the faculty will be there. Please make sure that everybody is here in time, and the chaos that the last minute chaos that we had in the morning is not